Alright, for today's lesson, you are going to need a color pencil or a color crayon. So please make sure you have that with you. Do not use a marker. It will bleed through and it will make a mess of the other side of the workbook. So trust me, get a color pencil or a color crayon for today's work. So pause if you don't have that. Okay, so before we can start learning a second strategy for working with fractions, we need to know how a clock works. So, there are 60 minutes in an hour. And so our clocks run 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 60 minutes in an hour. There are 12 sets of 5 minutes. On a clock. So 5, and yes, your book should be looking like mine. So maybe you need to pause here and jump back to make your book look like mine. So each one of these sections, each one of these groups here is 5 minutes. And then you've got 60 minutes all together in an hour. So we're going to be using the clock to figure out different equivalent fractions as a tool in our fraction work. So look at this one here. I want you to cut this clock in half using your color pencil. Pause and do it, please. Alright, so your half might look a little bit different than mine, but it should have the same amount of space. So this is the easiest half, but you might have gone this way as well. As long as your space is the same amount as mine, we're doing good. So now we're going to try and come up with as many fractions as we can that talk about this space. So what does 1/2 equal? Well, we know there's 30 minutes in an hour. How many minutes have we colored in here? We've colored in 30 minutes, which is the same as 30 sixtieths. How many 5-minute sections did we color in? Pause and count them real quick. 1, 2, this might be easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 12. 6 5-minute sections out of the 12. I'm going to leave some room just in case we are able to put some other fractions up there. So take a look at the 1/4. I need you to cut this clock into 4 equal sized pieces, and we're going to color in only one of them. So pause and cut this into 4 equal sized pieces. Well, I already know the half, so that made 2 equal sized pieces. I need 2 more, so I'm actually going to go like that. So now, do I have 4 pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4. I do. Good. Are they all the same size? If they're not the same size, then I haven't done it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, good. So I have made fourths. I have 4 pieces that are the same size, but I haven't labeled 1/4 yet because I don't have any of them colored in. So I'm going to color in one of these. All right, now I have 1/4. I have 1 out of the 4 pieces I need to make the whole clock hour. How many minutes are in 1/4 of an hour? Count them out. 5, 10, 15 minutes. Which is 15 60ths. How many groups of 5 minutes have I gotten? 1, 2, 3. 3 out of 12. I wonder, can we turn our 1/2? Are there fourths up in our 1/2? Get up there and take a look. There is. If we look right here, we have it up there. So there are 2 of the 4 15-minute groups. I'll write a little note so we don't forget. All right, let's see, is there anything else we can put in here? I don't think so. Okay, next one. I want you to take this clock and try and cut it into 3 equal size pieces. You might need to keep your eraser handy. If you make a mistake, not a big deal. Erase and try again. Pause and cut this into 3 equal size pieces. So, you might have struggled a little bit with this one, and that's okay. That's part of learning. So I need to make 3 pieces. I see what 4 looks like. There's 1, 2, 3 in there. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know that my thirds has to be smaller than 6 sections, but bigger than 3. Well, I can't make groups of 5. That's not going to work. So I'm going to try 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3 pieces. Nailed it. My pieces have to be equal though. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 3 pieces. They are equal, but I haven't shown a third yet because I need to color in that one section. At that point, I had just modeled thirds. All right, so now I have 1/3 modeled. How many minutes is 1/3 of an hour? Count it. 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. There we go. So 20 60ths. How many 5-minute sections are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 12ths. 4 out of the 12 it needs to make the full. Can we see any fourths in there? Nope, because it leaves one little section out. So there are no groups of the 15 minutes. And the half is not in there either. And if I try and go the other direction, trying to put the third up here, it doesn't work because there are extra pieces. So that's all we can have for this one so far. All right, scoot down a little bit here. 1/6. So I need to cut this clock into 6 equal sized pieces. Give it a try. Pause and do it. All right, so I've already made thirds. I'm gonna copy that down. because I already have 3 equal sized pieces. So now I need to double the amount of pieces I have. Well, in order to double something, I'm going to cut it in half. So I need them to be the same. So I'm just going to... So let's see if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. Fantastic. Okay. And let's make sure they're the same size, because if not, they're not fractions. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. They are equal. But all I've modeled at this point is sixths, not 1/6. So I need to color one of those in. There we go. So how many minutes is 1/6 of an hour? Count it. 10 minutes. 10 60ths. Okay. How many 5-minute sections are in there? 1, 2. 2 out of 12. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Or a lot of it. Okay. So let's see if we can make any other connections. Can you see sixths in the thirds? Yeah, absolutely. That's what we used to solve this one. So there are 2 sixths. These are the 10-minute chunks. There are 2 in there. 1, 2. Any 10-minute chunks in here? Nope. One's left over. How about up here? Do we have any 10-minute chunks up here? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. We have 3 sixths up here. These are the 10-minute chunks. Zoom in so you can see that a little bit better. So right here and right there. So we have 1, 2, 3. All right, let's do our last clock piece here. 12ths. Cut this clock into 12 equal sized pieces. Pause here. All right, this one we've kind of already figured out. We already talked about where the 12 equal sized pieces are, and it's all those 5-minute chunks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're all the same size, but I need to model 1/12. So I'm going to color in one of them. There we go. So 1/12, how much time is that? We've been counting it the whole time we've been doing the lesson, so that's 5 minutes. So 5 60ths. 5 60ths. And we've already added the 5-minute chunks to all of our other clock fractions, so we don't need to go back and do that. All right, nice work today. If this is confusing, please come check in with your teacher so that we can help you make more sense of it. Today you're going to be doing practice on page 35 that works with clock fractions. So make sure to check in with your teacher if you're needing help with that, and then keep this handy. It might help you as well. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.